How does it feel to be in Paris in November? Well, as awesome as any other time of the year. It's Paris after all, how can it not feel great? Let's check out what to expect when taking a tour of the Parisian winter. I love Paris in the springtime, I love Paris in the fall, I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles, I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. Lyrics from Frank Sinatra's I Love Paris. Paris is, indeed, a city to fall in love with and regard with awe at the same time. You feel awed by the high sense of fashion and grooming displayed by the residents of this fashion capital of the world, but at the same time, you'll be hopelessly enamored by the spirit of fun, luxury and enjoyment of this French city. Indeed, the very air that you breathe in Paris is charged with ions of life. From the couturier to the historian, there is something to suit everyone's aesthetic inclinations in Paris. From colossal fashion houses to museums housing spellbinding treasures of the past, Paris leaves no one disappointed. Although spring is the traditional France tourism season, fall and winter lend this city equally distinct charms. Despite the fact that Paris winters are pretty chilly, paying it a visit at this time of the year has its own set of enviable benefits. Let's take a look at various aspects of visiting Paris in November. Weather of Paris during November. The chief concern that arises over one's contemplation of whether or not to go to Paris around November is weather. To be very frank, a Paris winter can be pretty cold with remarkably short days and chilly, long nights. The average temperature tends to be around 6-8 degrees Celsius with maximum diurnal temperature ranging between 10-12 degrees Celsius and minimum nocturnal temperature ranging between 4-5 degrees Celsius. Also, Paris winters usually tend to be rainy with an average rainfall of about 2 inches each year during the months of November and December. These are the reasons why many people do not wish to go to Paris during November and December. However, that just means that if you visit Paris in November, you will face lesser crowds, lesser rush at tourist attractions, and more economy in terms of airfare and stay. Ideal for a family vacation, wouldn't you say? What to pack for a November trip to Paris? Considering the climatic conditions you are likely to experience in a Parisian November, it would be wise of you to pack plenty of warm clothing items such as sweaters, coats, warm jackets, scarves, woolen stoles, gloves, woolen socks, etc. for your Parisian winter vacation. Since it also rains in Paris during the winter months, it would do you good to pack at least one waterproof clothing item like a jacket or raincoat, an umbrella and footwear made of water-resistant material. Ladies who can't do without high heels, this one's for you. Rain makes the streets, sidewalks, stairs, etc. slippery, so it would be advisable to carry a pair of flat slippers or walking shoes if you want to explore the beauty and intrigue of Paris on foot. This precisely sums up what to wear in Paris during November: covered, warm clothing that may not necessarily make a fashion statement, but should make you look like an owner of good taste and chic fashion sense. Carrying around any hot beverage like coffee, tea, hot cocoa, etc. in a small insulated flask on such explorations may be an added advantage given the cold, wet weather. Also go through the list of famous places in France for some useful information. Things to do in Paris in November. So, what are the things that you can do in a Paris winter that makes a Parisian trip one of the best vacation ideas for November? Well, to begin with, you can most of those activities which tourists visiting Paris in spring can do: visiting museums, taking guided tours, exploring the city, visiting fashion houses, shopping, etc., with a lot more peace of mind and ease. Since winter is not the Paris tourism season, you'll be spared the teeming tourist crowds at the streets, sidewalks, shops, museums and other tourist attractions like the Eiffel Tower. Also, this is the time of the year when you can try the famous vin chaud or hot wine that is served at all eating and refreshment joints throughout France in winters. Also do not forget to visit the famous places in Paris. November is also the traditional Beaujolais Nouveau season when this French wine variant hits the market every year. You can also attend the Paris photo exhibition that takes place every November along with the Autumn Festival. Around the time when November ends and the month of December starts peeking from round the corner, the Paris Christmas markets and festive shopping offers start setting up, giving you a whale of an opportunity to literally shop till you drop. This is also one reason why visiting Paris in the month of November can be one of the best family vacation ideas you can come up with. If you have time, check out the Paris monuments. November is the month in which most people start planning for the oncoming festive month of December. In such a situation, what can be a better Christmas vacation idea than shopping in Paris and walking along the lanes of the beautifully lighted Champs-Élysées? Also, winter is the most economic time to plan Europe vacations, which would, otherwise, burn a hole in your pocket during the peak tourist seasons. Planning for a winter vacation in Paris in November is truly worth your money, and you may rest assured that you'll have loads of fun there, despite the chills and the drizzles.